Okay, so this is another video. Today I'm doing a Dark Path on chimps, and I'm gonna be showcasing the Blooncineration. Now the early game is pretty simple with a boomerang and a dart. It's reliable, and on this map boomerang works pretty well for the early game. This early game is the save up for the mortar. The mortar is very strong on this map, thanks to the long path that the balloons take in the middle area. And yeah, it's gonna be with Striker Jones. Striker Jones buffs mortars very well. And Perma Spike. Perma Spike is a nice tower. It's really good for building up to more expensive towers like the Blooncineration. And it is it's pretty reliable for its cost. It's great cleanup, and I really enjoy using it. I tried the Blooncineration with the final harmonic, but DDTs were a problem, so I ended up going for Permaspike, as it's very good for cleanup, and it's pretty good in the mid game to save up for the Blooncin, and Blooncin just obliterates everything. So yeah, early game is pretty simple. So here the mid game is pretty simple, just saving up for deadly spikes. Next, with an alchemist to buff it, it's reliable mid game. It's good cleanup, and it's very good against the Moab. Putting it in Striker Jones range to buff it with the mortar, so the mortar can really get its full potential late game. So I really think Blooncineration is underrated. The reason I think a lot of people don't use it is because it is very expensive. But if you can get it, as I said, you basically win, since it really beats everything. And with a good cleanup like Permaspike, it's a really good combo that you can use on a lot of maps, especially this map, because it has a round point in the middle where the balloons loop a couple of times. This combo is very fun, especially with the final harmonic that you could get. The only reason I didn't use it is because DDTs get by, the final harmonic gets pierce capped, and it's very hard to keep up with the micro and everything. So I chose Permaspike for better cleanup. Blooncineration might be one of my favorite towers now, because it is so good. It's just, you have to find the right map for it, but once you get that, it's super fun to play with. I really like the micro it requires, although it's not super intensive. It's fun, so yeah. So one thing to note about the Blooncineration is that the build up is not very good. It's actually pretty terrible. Although I really like Shattering Shells, it's one of my favorite towers, and it's super good. To have it be our main DPS is not an option, which is why we need to get Permaspike first, just to handle the mid-game rounds, because Shattering Shells does not deal a lot of damage. But once you get Blooncin, it's basically GG's. It destroys everything, BFBs, UMGs, DDTs even. And with Permaspike to clean up, it's a perfect combo, really. So 63 is usually very difficult, but with Striker Jones, you can use a stun, and the mortar is great for cleanup. You can also use the second ability of Striker to make the mortar deal more damage. And since the level 3 ability on Striker Jones is very quick off the cooldown, you can use it twice in the round. So 63 isn't too big of a problem. 64 does have a lot of mobs, but with a little bit of micro and some abilities, you can get it quite easily, actually, with no upgrades needed. Here we're almost at Perma Spike, and it should make the save up a lot easier. We'll see once we get in the later rounds, when we get close to affording Blooncin, it's gonna get a little bit tougher, but with some abilities we can get it over with. And yeah, Perma Spike is has been bought, and the mid game is pretty simple from here. So during the mid game, I'm using a lot of striker abilities. You don't necessarily have to. I mostly use them to preserve some spikes on the Perma Spike, just to get more for the later game. I don't think you need to do this because the spikes already disappear after a couple of rounds or a bit of time. But I did it anyways because I have nothing else to do. And yeah, here I kind of create a regrow farm, but it ends up being fine because there aren't too many balloons and the spike is OP. But it did use up a lot of spikes. I definitely could have done it differently and saved some of those. So here I'm just about ready to buy Blooncineration. This round I should get it. And you can see how good it is compared to Shattering Shells. Shattering Shells is more of a support upgrade. Blooncineration definitely deals a lot more damage. And it has a lot of Pierce. So even dense rounds like 84 are not a problem. Even ZOMGs, they barely get to the Perma Spike. And what's cool is that it still keeps the Shattering Shell ability to defortify balloons. So defortifies BFBs with ease and obliterates every late game round. So here we can actually see DDTs are getting past our Blooncineration. That's because they are extremely fast and our Blooncineration does not attack fast. I went for the top path upgrade. I did some testing before and I found out it deals more damage to the bad. So I thought that was a better compromise Looking back to it, I'm not 100% sure it was the right choice, but nevertheless, it let us beat the game pretty easy. So you can see here in 98, a notable very hard round gets destroyed, and these are the DDTs in round 99, and finally 100. Blooncineration does deal a lot of damage, and you can see just the number ramping up. With Final Harmonic, it's really fun to see the instant DOT effect, but nevertheless, we get it done. Here are some pop counts. Really cool strategy, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.